make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams, and that'll bring up second down. You look at the Saints defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Room to maneuver at the 35. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And here's the former Lion, a fan favorite. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A give to Kamara running right. To about the 48-yard line. The Saints at 4-7 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
He completes it to Olave. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Hey, we're good. Hey, 7:34.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Lions are going to take... Five-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run for Gibbs here. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on third, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Kamara try the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now they'll throw with Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is where close games feel.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that is incomplete here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Goff. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a play fake. Carr. Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. In motion right, Olave. On first down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr now on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
29.
Now Carr again. Going right back to Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
6-18.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Flushed out right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So we have reached halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle, taken in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. They'll get this down to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing now is Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau from 10 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a We get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun. Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? That's caught at the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And that is incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A good running there by Kamara on 1st down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Carr completes it, and it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Kamara not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Lutz is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 20-10. A minute 56 to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Able to complete it to Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Goff. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 1st and goal. Goff now to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point try now for Patterson. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.